was born into the family of Pa Augustine Adelaja and Mrs. Maria Awero Oludipe. My dad was a teacher. He taught in many high school when my mom was a trader. My dad is kind of a very nice, loving, caring father. I remember when we were little, my dad would sit down on the couch and he'd come, Fulayo, come and take off all the white hair on my hair. Take it off. And he has a big tummy. And he'll be dancing, singing. Akpan poti popo tipo akpan tukpe papa tipo poti po akpan tukpe. Dig bong bong, dig bong bong, dig bong bong, dig bong bong. As I'm poking the white hair, you'll be singing, making me laughing and dancing. All those moments I cannot forget in my life. I really, really love my dad because he's the kind of person who can lay his life for all his children. My mom, she's a very nice and quiet mother. My mom taught me many things as young as I was at that time. Cooking skill, cleaning skill, many things, caring for the children. That's where I got my energy to learn how to cook and learn how to trade. In Proverbs 14, one said, a wise woman build her own home. And I learned that from my mom. And up to today, to the glory of God, who I am today is because of my mom. My mom and my dad had 8 children, 5 boys and 3 girls. I'm number 4, and I'm now the first daughter. Growing up in a large family like mine, you know there will be a lot of differences in the family. Though we are one, we love each other. Up to this moment, we are still one. When I was around 12 years old, my dad was sick. Couldn't walk the way he used to walk. Now everything goes to our elder brother, Elder Olutola Oludipe. My other elder brother, Dr. John Oludipe, was in Russia at that time. But my older brother was working, but he doesn't have enough to take care of us. To the extent it was tough for us to eat. You know, the little money they will give us to go to school. My sister, Mrs. Soyawe, she was younger, so when we go into school, they gave her the lunch money. She will eat first, so I'll go and collect my lunch money from her. Most of the time when I got there, Mommy, where's my lunch money? What Jilo? Who stole the money? Me or more? I don't know. I was like, okay. But this day, I will never forget in my life that we got to school, rushed to my sister's class. Mommy, where's my lunch money? What Jilo? Who stole the money again? Me or more? It's okay. We got home. There was no food. My mom cooked this little fish. It's like we call it kidun lodo, but it's just like a small tilapia. I made a wedu, but there's no gari to eat the food. That day, my dad didn't show up until like 7:30. For a teenager, a child, came back from school, there is no food. No breakfast. Remember, no breakfast. No lunch. Then we have to wait for my dad to come back, give us money to go and buy the gari, and then make the food. That was the day I cried, and I told God, Lord, what I suffer in my life, none of my children should suffer. The struggle continued until I finished my high school. Shortly after that, my dad passed away. All the family members that promised heaven and all that, they will help us. They will do this. They will send us to school. We didn't see none of them after my dad died. So that affected me not to complete my college education. Looking back at my childhood experience, I really thank God, because if I didn't go through all these problems, I don't know what I would be today. But what I've learned during this difficulty, I learned how to be content. When I have little and when I have plenty, it really shaped my life. Another thing, it's made me to be a very hard working woman, because I started trading when I was a very young woman. I really thank God for my senior brother, Elder Olutola Oludipe, who took charge of us when my dad passed away. If not because of him, I don't know where we are going to be today. My mom could not do much at that time. He has to pay the house rent, buy the food in the house for us. He worked so hard, and I'm using this time to thank him, to let him know how we appreciate him for everything he has done for us in the family.
Never thought that the world could be turned upside down in a simple game of hide and seek. But that night in the rain, the music just stopped, and I think that's when you saved me. I prayed that one by one we'll make promises to keep, standing underneath the shade tree. Darling, I love you. And if by chance you prayed for me, one by one, let's be.
I met my husband in 1986. I just came back on a business trip. 2 days later, I invited a friend of mine for a lunch at Surulere. On our way coming back, I was looking for a phone booth where I can make a call. And she told me, oh, don't worry, we have a family friend very close here. I said, no, I don't like going to people's house. Oh, she insisted that I should go. So she knocked at the door. Guess who opened the door? And immediately he opened the door. My spirit told me, that's your husband. I busted laughing out. I didn't come here for husband. I came here to use the phone.
I saw this lady come in with our family friend. For some reason, my spirit told me that that is your wife. And I was very perplexed because, I had just gone through an issue in the US that I wasn't looking for a wife. So I asked my family friend about this lady, and we met 3 days later.
Guess what my husband told me? He said, Funayo, mo fẹ́ fẹ́ ni o. Our boyfriend and girlfriend, mo fẹ́ kó fẹ́ mi ni, and I'm ready. And I started laughing. I said, okay, let's go and pray about it.
And that was the start of everything. My wife is very reserved. That is the most admirable thing that I admire about her. When you have someone who can demonstrate humility, and that even when they are right, they will still keep quiet. When they see that the other party or whoever else is shouting. So when I go out with my wife, I'm so confident that she's not going to engage into something that will disgrace me, because she's going to be reserved anywhere. I'm grateful and thankful to God that He gave her to me. But part of what I am so grateful to God about is her zeal in prayer for God.
What I admire most about my mother-in-law is her faith. She is a praying woman, a praying mom, a praying wife. Her prayer life is amazing and something that inspires everybody.
If I could use one word to describe my mom, she'll be sacrificial. She's probably the most sacrificial person that I've ever met in my life. And to see everything that she put on hold to take care of us when my dad was pursuing his dream of pharmacy is something that speaks volumes. She had to put her life on pause and find other ways to make money. She's the ultimate hustler. But either way, what she was doing was trying to find any way to provide for us, even though she knew she had to stay home with us.
To the glory of God, God has provided me a wife who is like the neck that holds the head. Sometimes you will see God uses her in several different ways where it's of great benefit to me. I never could be where I am today without God and doing here.
My husband is a very humble guy, very loving. I know he cares about me.
Wow.
He's ready to go extra mile for me. My husband is the kind of person you can rely. I rely on him like a father. He always tells me, I'm 6 years older than you are. I say, yeah, I know you are my brother. So I thank God today that he's the kind of person that I emulate.
I will tell you, it's so good to have faith and trust in God when you are raising the children, because there is no way that these children could be who they are today without the power of God in them. Most thankful to God for these children, for the miraculous deeds that God has done. My first son, Shola, for almost 2 years, in which he was gone, but God brought him back. He was to be nobody, but today he's an eye doctor.
When I was out here doing my mess and I was doing my thing, I had a mama that was at home on her knees praying for me through some of the things that I've been through. So mama, thank you, I love you.
And the second one is about their career. We didn't choose it for them. They chose what they wanted to do in their life. And I thank God that God has helped them to get them to where they are right now. I give glory to God. It's not by our power or by our mind. It's God's doing.
I describe the way my mom raised me and my siblings as tough. Growing up with 4 boys in the house, it can get kind of rowdy. Things can get kind of crazy at times. We got on her nerves and, she got on our nerves. But at the same time, we had an equal balance. And for her to be able to just, stand strong in a house full of all men, just as a testament to how strong she actually is.
But one thing my mom always tried to do with all of my brothers was to make sure that we were good spiritually, mentally, financially, and relationally. She would always sit us down, making sure that we had that conversation with her and making sure we were good.
Who I think my mom's favorite amongst all of us, is that even really a question? We clearly know it's me. I'm the firstborn son. I came out first. They call her Iyashola because that's my name. Do you understand that?
Personally, I'd like to say that it's me. I was the first American baby. I was the one that was born here, so I'd like to think of myself as the victorious baby, you know what I'm saying? But I think me and my brothers might all say the same thing. Even Akbar says this all the time. It's like, my mom only has one son, you know what I'm saying? Inshallah. It seems like he is her first son, so I feel like there could be some type of connection with that, but I'm still gonna roll with me as the favorite child.
My favorite childhood memories with my mom was when she used to come to my school and pick me up from football practice, and she used to blast the Nigerian music, and everybody used to look at me some type of way. At the time, I did not like it, but now I realize the significance it made and how it showed my cultural background that I love.
My mother-in-law loves her grandbabies, Nene and Papacitos. She would do anything and everything for them. She is their babysitter. They're always over there. She's always caring for them. Anytime we need her to watch them, she is there. We appreciate, and it's a beautiful thing to see her love them so well.
We are celebrating Doyin's 60th birthday because we want to give glory to God on her behalf. You will see that she is the only female amongst 5 boys. We value her. We actually treat her like a baby girl now.
To see my mom turn 60 is a blessing. And I know, Mama, you only turned 25, I know, but you're 60 today. And this is a huge, huge, huge monumental birthday. And I'm just glad that I'm alive, we're all alive here, able to witness you be loved the way you deserve to be loved.
This is like what we've been waiting for. I've been waiting to see my mom turn into one of the golden girls. So it's great to see her at 60. My mom is a very special individual, a very unique one as well. So I really appreciate the fact that she is who she is, and she is that all the way.
I remember when she was going to turn 50, and we planned to celebrate her and to give thanks to God. About 3 or 4 months before then, she started having eye problems on her right eye. Within a day or two, she became blind in that eye. She could not see. Specialists looked at it, they did all the scans, and they found out what is called a macular hole. A macular hole is something where your retina is torn, and he said they have to have surgery. We only took it to God because it is only Him and only Him alone that we trust. So we had the surgery because we cannot delay. It's either she's blind and has her birthday, or she has a birthday being blind. Because you can't touch those series of nerves. They place a gas there that pushes the nerves together. When it was explained to us that the gas has to stay there for 3 months, we are having the birthday party. There's no way we could have the birthday party. And we've already announced we are having the party. As miraculous as God will do it, a week before the 50th birthday celebration, the doctor called us and they removed the gas. And she saw clearly.
When I look back on what I've gone through in my life since I was young and what I've gone through when I got married, I could have died a long time ago. I don't even think I will see my 60th birthday. But God still sustained me up to now. I look back and I thank God.
See my mom turn 60, it's a blessing, and it's also a wake-up call. Obviously, she's not getting any younger. It's really, really important for me, and especially all my brothers, to really spend good quality time and continue to make really good memories.
To see my mom turn 60, I'm very grateful and thankful. Mo dúpẹ́ orí Ọlọ́run for my mommy.
For those who are our friends, I would love for them to see this as giving God the glory for what God is doing and has done, and for the understanding that God is the only one who can do it for each and every one of us.
So wherever you are going through in life, know that God is still there for you. Is the Alpha, the Omega, and the beginning and the end. My hope and aspiration for the future is for me to spend more time serving God and spend time with my family, especially my grandchildren. I'm still expecting more grandchildren, so I'm praying God will give me more strength to be able to take care of my grandchildren. That's my joy, and to take care of my husband for as long as God gave me breath.